are on the public internet. And that is an issue because on the public internet with those particular tools, like I exemplified on the last slide, anybody can create content. So, all you need to do is go on that site and create an account, and now you can publish content, upload your content. And that's a problem for education. Where all of these people are creating content, and the problem is that there's no controls over the content. Anybody can be an author of anything that they want, whether it's true, whether it's inappropriate, whatever those sites would allow it to be posted. So that's a problem for education. And so the reality is teachers have found these tools to be very useful tools within their classrooms. They want to use these tools. But the problem is those sites that are out on the public internet, like YouTube and things, are typically going to be blocked and not accessible in the classrooms because there's no way to say within a particular site, such as YouTube, to say, this is good stuff, so this stuff is allowed, but this stuff is not allowed because it's inappropriate. It's just too difficult, if even possible, to filter out the good from the bad content. So those sites are typically just blocked and filtered out so that they don't have access, which then, of course, in the classroom, these tools which teachers want to use in their classroom, they can't access. And it's a huge problem. So what's the solution is with the HSN. So we have those tools that are on the public internet, such as Blogger and Google Video, YouTube, etc. And we take and we recreate those on the HSN so that we have our own set of Web 2.0 types of applications on the HSN. And what this does is because we own the tools, we created the tools, we host the tools, we control who has access to create content in those tools. And so what we've done, what we're doing, is building this trusted community of people who are allowed to create content. And so in order to have an account, it's not like YouTube where you just go and you sign up and you have an account, go and create content. With our system, we verify that you are affiliated with K-12 education in California. So we're building this trusted community. And if you're outside that community, I'm sorry, it's too bad you can't create content. You may be able to view content, but you won't be able to create content and have it hosted. And so through that controlled access, we're hoping to change the paradigm in which stuff is accessible. So, with the stuff being inaccessible, we're trying to change that and make it happy and make it accessible to the classrooms and to the schools. And that's what EdZone is. And so EdZone is a suite of applications that we've developed. And currently, those applications, there's 11 that have been identified. And as the technology changes, we may be adding more tools to this suite of applications. And so currently, right now, we have blogs, podcasts, videos, photos, and documents up at that top level. We still have the wiki part to be able to develop. And blogs are just kind of a personal diary, a writing space, a place where people can go in and write content. Podcasts where you record audio or video, post them up and people download them and put them into their MP3 players. Videos like YouTube where you have videos, you upload them, now people can see them. The same with photos and documents. Wikis that are coming are kind of like that many-to-many communication, where I can create a page, let's say, on some topic, football referee, and I can go in there and I can create content, but then allow other people to go in and edit and create and add to that content as well. So it's multiple people creating content on the same pages. And then we have some third-party applications that we'll be integrating into it, and some other applications as well, like messaging and social networking. The other benefit that we have is the federated search. So without these tools, if our teacher were looking for something, let's say like ESL, they would have to go to YouTube or EduBlogger or TeacherTube, and they search for ESL. They're only going to get results from that single tool. You don't have to do that one at a time. With our tool, when they do a search, they're going to get results from ESL, from blogs, from podcasts, from photos, etc. that have all been posted and tagged with ESL. So our current roadmap, as I mentioned, we have blogs, videos, podcasts, images, and documents are currently available, and the rest of the tools are coming by September timeframe. Our current utilization, so we launched the kind of soft rollout of this back at the Q conference in March, where we launched the 5 applications that are currently available. And as of today, we have 77 blogs that have been created. And so the blog is, I always analogize it to the book. And then, so every person who has an account can have this book that they can go in and they can write. And then they create posts in there, which are kind of like chapters in the book. And they all comprise that blog. So we have 77 blogs that have been created, 164 blog posts, 136 photos that have been uploaded, 82 podcasts, 124 videos, 78 documents, 42 groups, and a group is a way of restricting content to certain people that whoever has created the group gives that those rights to be able to view that content. And then 28 albums, and an album is just a collection of content from the different tools that a person creates. And so I'm just going to real quickly kind of show you what EdZone looks like. And so here's the blogging tool. And when you go in, you'll see a list of all the most recent blogs that that have been posted. And then you can go in here and you can read what this particular one, such as Gail Dessler, this is a post that she has written titled The Three C's. You can go into your video tool, and here's a list of videos that the most recent ones that were uploaded. You can see all the videos, but you can come in here and just watch a few of the videos that have been posted.
How is using technology in California classroom?
Podcast, great way of coming in here. You can see that podcast, listen to that particular podcast if you want to on your computer, or you can take and you can download this podcast. So you can click that link, you can take that file and download it and put it into your MP3 player. And this is really kind of one of the new things that really, with podcasting education, is really transforming, especially at the higher ed level, and it's filtering down into the K-12 segments, where even, I don't know, a few months ago, the LA Times ran an article about a trucker, and he downloads these lectures from these higher ed teachers, and so while he's driving the truck, he's learning about existentialism and things like that. Of course, he's not getting the credits and taking the exam, but for his own personal growth, just through the use of this type of technology, people around the world are becoming educated. And the great thing about all of these things, you'll notice, like on this particular one, Todd left a comment about it. So this is part of the community, is being able to comment and talk about what kind of a resource and whether it's good. Todd said, "Nice job, Katie. It's an excellent example of how podcasting can deliver compelling content." And then we have the photo tool. So you come in and here's a photo that you can come in and see. This is actually through one of our content partners, which I'll let Magali talk about here in just a second, from the University of Arizona. We've got these Mars images that we have posted in there. So, Magali, do you want to say something about the content partners?
Sure. So I talked about one aspect of EdZone, which is a place where educators can upload their content. We also thought that we could use EdZone to showcase some very good resources, and we've been working with content providers such as Museum, the Exploratorium. Alan mentioned the University of Arizona with